This is our first one, and we are doing wonderful. Like to get you all to be here with us. She could have been someplace else today, but you chose to be here with us, and we thank you for that. My name is Sharon. I will be your moderator. Oh, I don't want to like this. Hello. My name is Sharon Holly. I'm part of APRI Tacoma chapter, and I will be your moderator along with Miss Marjorie McCraney. But at first, we just want to just say, welcome, welcome, welcome. As we're moving along, if you have anything as we're doing, we have post-it notes for you guys to fill out, give us certain information, and we want input. We don't want y'all to just sit there and just have us talk. We want to have some engagement so we can be able to do these things that we are about the climate change. Right now, we'll have Ms. Marjorie who's going to come up and give us a little bit about our land acknowledgement. Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you. Our goal today as an individual is to acknowledge those who have lived on and cared for the land from time immemorial. So, as stewards of this land, we have to be willing to change. We have to be willing to bend. We have to be willing, and willing as the word, and change as the word. We need to be willing to take care of what we got. Thank you. I'll now bring up our president, and we're going to introduce our anchor team. And our president is no other than, if you all don't know her, let me get this. Miss Sharella Blevins, president for APRI Tacoma chapter.
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy everybody came out this morning to actually start the groundwork for us to work together in the community. So, first of all, I want to just say all of our team that's in the room, which we're calling our anchor team, if you can stand up or wave your hand. These people within the room, if you need any assistance, if you have any questions, if you're unsure about anything, they would be the ones that you would reach out to help get your answers. Everyone should have a card, so your first thing to do with your card is to write down your first name, either where you currently live or where you're from, either one is okay, and your favorite season. That's your first card, and trust me, it's going to make sense. After you do that, we're going to dismiss everyone to grab something to eat. After you finish your card, grab something to eat, and then come back in, and we'll be jumping right back in. So thanks again for coming. Can everybody hear me if I project? Yes. Okay. I need your name, and if you're okay with writing both, that's fine, but the first name is okay. The area that you live in currently or where you're from, and your favorite season. Just those three things is all I need. This will be a part of the peer game, and it'll make sense. And once you're finished with your card, hang on to it and go grab your food.
Give me a moment. Most heavenly, gracefully, Father, we bless each and every one of us that's here today. We bless the food that we're about to partake with, nourishing our body. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Please proceed.
Because no, it's going back in. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna open this for more ventilation. Is that gonna bother you?
So, yeah, they're okay. So while they're eating, you can ask the person.
So if they come back, I'm gonna do
Okay.
that part, and then from the ground rules, we'll do the next one that's like this. Sorry.
Okay.
Come up with a bunch of board that you just sit at the table, and then they then introduce the person, and after that,
Okay. So everybody sit down.
and then after that,
Okay. I have my. I got so excited. Yeah. What I like right here, engagement. I love it. I love it. I'm not doing very well right now. Not yet. I'm working on it.
Well, I hadn't
Yeah.
seen you in a while.
Honestly.
I know you're working, so I just wanted to say how you doing.
No, I appreciate it. You're right. I'll tell you, I'm gonna be very sociable as soon as I get this
No worries.
done.
Take it.
Honestly.
How's the garden going? What's the address? I was telling right, right.
This is so crazy. Good God Almighty.
That's, right.
Busy.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. My leader is keeping me straight. Had to make sure everybody was paying attention. Nobody corrected me. Welcome to our first assembly, A. Philip Randolph Institute Tacoma chapter. This is our community agreement, right? So it's going to be a good bit of reading. Just please listen, but know that we're going to be referring back to this as we engage. All right, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we're all respecting one another. I'll begin. We acknowledge that racism is real, historic, structural, and institutional. Prejudice, discrimination, hate speech, harassment, and any other form of violence are not tolerated in this space. If an individual in the group is intentionally causing harm, the larger community has the right to ask this person to leave. Impact is more important than intent. We will assume the best intentions as a community and attend primarily to impact, and we will assume the best intentions as a community and attend primarily to impact we have on one another while centering our intention of care and support. If harm is unintentionally caused, we are made aware. Individuals will practice recognition of the caused harm, taking responsibility for the caused harm, apologizing for the caused harm, learning from the experience, and changing behavior. Listen to understand, not to respond. When someone is speaking, give them your whole attention. Remember, listening is a form of engagement and care. Make space. Take space. As you engage, be mindful of the people who are speaking, how often you're sharing. Work as a community to support one another in equitable sharing, so long as it is generating new ways of understanding. Respond, do not react. Before you speak, ask yourself, why am I talking? Check in with yourself and ask if your contribution will help the conversation deepen and become more collaborative. Be open to learning and changing your mind. Changing your mind after learning new information and bearing witness to the experience of another can be a challenging process because we have been conditioned to want to be right. However, the experience of learning and growing is transformative. We commit to the common goal of dialogue that asks us to change and be changed by others. We understand it is okay to have been wrong, to learn new information, and to change our minds. We think this can be exciting. Focus on growth and speak from your own experience. We will practice using I statements and speaking only for ourselves. We will avoid assumptions and generalizations. We will aim for specificity and intention. Self-care and community care. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your neighbors. If you need to take a break, take a break. Practice gratitude. We will say thank you to one another for sharing and taking risks. We will receive one another with care and sincere gratitude. Thank you all for listening.
Okay, now we're going to do some introduction. We are going to get to know each other, and I would like for you guys to take your introduction card with your name and switch it with your neighbors so they can introduce you. So you're not going to introduce yourselves. You probably already know who you are. So let's let the neighbors get it. Okay, 1 minute. We're going to start over here. Yes. Yes. It doesn't go very. I can't walk very far. She can come up as far as she can with the mic if you like.
Wow, I have the pleasure today of meeting and introducing Edwin Allen. He's from East Tacoma, and his favorite time of the year is spring.
Would you stand up, Edwin? All right. Okay, Fergus.
Thank you, my dear. Hi, everybody. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Abraham Adams, I believe. And his favorite time of the year is the summertime. And I'm thinking this is Spenway.
All right, hey. Okay.
Hi everyone. I had the pleasure of meeting and talking with the entire time since I got here, Vanessa Davino, and she's from Eastside Tacoma, and she likes spring going into summer.
Okay, that's up. I know it's good. We won't bother you too much.
So I also have the pleasure of speaking with this young lady here, Shakara DeVos, and she is from DuPont by way of Louisiana. And golf is her favorite, although it's short. Yes, you said it's your favorite. Thank you guys. Welcome.
I have the pleasures of introducing Murtis. Murtis, okay, thank you. She lives in South Tacoma and she enjoys summer.
It's my pleasure to introduce Tanya Sis, who is a Faircrest, neighbor to Tucson, and likes winter.
Okay, now we're going to go back to the back table. We'll start with Liz.
Can you hear me?
No. Wow.
I have the pleasure of introducing Paul Mastery Williams. Stand up for them. He enjoys summer, and he resides around about University Place, Washington. Give him a applause.
Paul.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce to you all this morning a sweet young lady by the name of Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor. She is from Tacoma. Her favorite season is fall time. Today's your lucky day because I'm also introducing Yolanda Brooks. Yolanda Brooks, who is from Olympia. Her favorite season is also fall, also the fall time.
Excuse me, Lucy, do you have anyone to introduce?
I didn't trade cards.
All right.
Thank y'all for your patience. I would like to introduce Georgia Leonard. She resides in Spanaway, and her favorite season is fall.
Well, then Georgia, you're next. Yes, that's okay.
I would like to introduce to you
Okay.
Sierra McLean, and I'm not gonna say the name before that because I know I can't pronounce it right. Okay, she lives near Rice Park, and her favorite season is fall.
Okay, since you're up, Sierra. You know I was gonna get you.
Okay, yes, Sierra, Suafoa McLean, who's the full one. And I have Beezy. And Beezy's favorite, Beezy lives in Tacoma, and Beezy's favorite season is spring.
Okay, we're gonna go to. Oh, Lois, you want Lois? Okay, Lois, your turn.
Hello, everyone. I am introducing Rebecca Lozado. She lives in Ferguson, South Dakota. Her favorite season is spring.
Okay, Rebecca, you got it, girl. I didn't have to fast.
I have the pleasure of introducing Lois Johnson. Her favorite season is spring. She lives in Stanway and she has a beautiful Texas accent, so please say hello.
Okay, now Cynthia, you don't have one, and Margaret. Well, hi Cynthia. Hi Margaret. Wave to everyone. Okay, final table here. Oh, well, who's not chewing? That would be a better question, huh?
Hi, everybody. I have the immense pleasure to introduce Carol, is it Kint? Carol Kint of Tacoma, Washington. She lives on the west side, but she's from Northern California. Yeah, and her favorite season is springtime.
Okay, come on up, Carol. Hi.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to introduce Gemini.
No.
No. And she uses the pronouns she, her. She's part of the Climate Allowance of the South Sound. She's from Tacoma, the South End, and her favorite season is spring.
Okay, are you ready now?
So I would like to introduce Patricia. She's from East Dakota, and her favorite season is spring.
Hello, and I in turn am going to introduce you to Oneida Arnold of Tacoma, and her favorite season is fall. Hey everybody, I have the pleasure of introducing Michael. She is from Seattle, and her favorite season is summer.
Hi everyone, I'm introducing Vanna Singh from Pierce County, and their favorite season is fall.
The awesome beard man.
I have the honor and pleasure of introducing Lisa Jenner. Sorry if I slaughtered that. She is from Tacoma originally from New Jersey, but migrated here to Tacoma. And her favorite season is
Have any more? Did I miss someone? Okay, so I haven't missed anyone, then we're going to keep it moving.
All right. If there's anybody, there's still more back there. You can help yourself to everything we got. We don't want to be taking anything home, so it's okay. So the next thing is you all have another card. So I would like for you taking that card that you have and write down a note about the earth changing that you have seen. And I would like to I'm going to take all the cards, I'm going to place them over there, but I need one person from this table that will stand up and want to be the spokesperson for a card or one of their cards. The next table over there, that's two. The table back here with Liz and Yolanda, that's three. And then you all over here, I'm gonna have one person from here, and then you four ladies over there, one person from your area will speak about what they have with the weather change that they have seen, and all the other cards where we collecting them up and where we post them on our earth board over there. So yes, ma'am. Climate change. Thank you for helping me clarify that. All right. So go ahead and take a few minutes of that, and I will be back. All right. I'm going to start taking one person. Card. All right. Can I get one from your table? What's up there climate change? Miss Sharon. Yes, did we switch it out? Sure, you got me before it goes right. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So all the rest of the product doesn't take long. I get that. Okay, I'm gonna read some of these cards from the table. We have witnessed out of control fires in California, Santa Rosa in particular. Rising temperatures in Tacoma, climate change has become climate crisis in the last 7 years, known for decades and ignored by fossil fuel industry. Okay. You want to know what table number? And we're going to keep going. We also have earth changing. The temperatures were getting hotter, lawn turning brown. We have Mount Rainier snowpack. We see it every year as it has less and less snow. Often our mountains is often our mountain is naked before June. This is profound. And then we have the change and have seen increased temperature, decreased spacing, decreased rain, trees blooming in the winter. Our last one, hotter temperatures, fire, drier season, concrete jungle, aka buildings making it hotter. That's what you guys have thought so far. Now you will have Ms. Sherella Evans speak about the knowledge of climate justice and the brief of history of the basin.
Okay, hopefully you guys can see behind me. I apologize for some of the distractions around it. But first of all, I want to say before we don't go there yet, go back to the first. There is no planet B. When you think about it, we're on Earth. So once Earth is gone, guess what? Where are we going? So I just want to kind of put that out there. There is no planet B. The other thing is, climate change is coming, whether we like it or not. It's not something that we can pretend like it's not happening. So, I mean, you kind of said some of it, and I know there's going to be some other information coming out about it. But we know it's here. We recognize it, and so in this space, we're going to talk about what we're seeing and what we can work on together. Okay, at this point, I'm going to look at environmental racism, climate change 101. A lot of times we have climate change going on around us, but we really don't recognize it. And so this is just going to be a short 1 minute, 30-second video, just kind of a clip for you to kind of watch and kind of see if we can recognize some of the changes that they're actually talking about in the environmental races explained. The environmental races forms, and it's basically showing people of color are a lot of times in these spaces. In the U.S., race beats every social class. African American children are 5 times more likely to have lead poisoning. Meanwhile, black and white British children are 30% more exposed to air exposure. Of course, we know the indigenous population suffers, especially ones that are on the reservations. And laws are making it a lot harder to hold our industrial complex accountable. Communities that lack the resources to actually help us. We see this a lot within our communities. We're walking around a lot of times in these spaces, breathing in this air. Third, 80% of all the trash are actually in our neighborhoods where we live every day. That's where all the compounds are actually kept. We're looking at the lead amounts in the water. Our water purifies the lead, but we don't know how other states are. And I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of noticing that COVID is actually raising in our water supply. We can test the water. The numbers are going up, even though some people are not paying attention to it. And so today we're just kind of looking at how we do that of the things that I definitely wanted to highlight in this space, and that's by show of hands, how many people pay attention to the Washington Environmental Health Disparities Map? How many people did not know we actually have that available to us? Okay, this is free. It's on everybody's internet. It's on everybody's browser. It's very easy for you to pull it up. And so what we're gonna do is kind of briefly, hopefully, go back and just kind of show you some of the things that are actually captured in there. If not, okay. Okay, if you look at this area, the darker purple shows you just how much exposure you are. It shows the environmental impact. It shows you the health impact. You can actually drill it down to the areas where you live, Tacoma, Lakewood, Faircrest. I mean, you can dial down into it. You can do this in your home. You know, it doesn't have to have anyone to come in and do it with you. You look at this every day, 3 or 4 times in a day. But one of the things that I just wanted to make people aware of, this resource is available. And you can go onto it, if you just Google it and ask for environmental health studies or the map, there's several of them, not just this one. Pick the one that is more user-friendly for you. And once you have that information, share it. The Climate Commitment Act, how many people are aware of this act? Oh, okay, a little bit more on this one. Okay, one of the things that I wanted to highlight within this is how many people know that there are air quality networks that you can actually pull up on your phones, whether it's Apple or that other source. No, I don't use that other source, that's why I had to say you can actually download that app and have it on your phone. And that way you can actually test your own air quality. You can actually pull it up. It doesn't have to be on your phone. It can be on your other devices. But one of the things that I wanted to make us aware of, especially now with the wildfires in certain areas, you can look at the air qualities in those areas and then you're aware of it. It also tells you about the air quality in the area that you're living in right now. So you'll know if there's some type of exposure that is going on that you didn't see or one told you about. It also tells you if you are sensitive, these are the times you might need to limit your times outside. This also tells you when you need to make sure that you're contacting your legislators and making sure that they're actually voting to make sure that the air that you breathe is clean, make sure that they're regulating some of the stuff that's released in the neighborhoods that we live in. This is a perfect opportunity for you to actually kind of educate yourself on how to actually speak to that. Next one. This one I really like. How many people have actually went online when you've passed something going by or you see a new industry going or a new building being put in your neighborhood or something that's a building or even an ongoing project? How many of you actually look to see what are the permits are there? How many people didn't realize that you could? Guess what, you can. You live in the area, you're affected by it. So it makes sense for you to protect your family, even if you're working in that area, because guess what? You're breathing the air in that area. You're exposed in that area. Even if you're driving through with your window down, guess what? You're exposed in that area. So I just want to make sure everybody understands these tools are there. It's very easy for you to access. If you're needing help accessing any of these, any of my team members can assist you or talk you through it. It's very easy to do. It's very knowledgeable for you. Doesn't take a lot of time to go through it, but it'll keep you a little bit more informed. And especially when there's House bills, Senate bills that are out there that are going to affect the air that you're breathing, we all breathe the same air. So when that air is being affected, guess what? We're all being affected. Whether you're sensitive or not, you're going to be affected one way or another. Okay, Earth is our home. It's our own home. We all live on the same planet. There's not another one. There's no planet B. I just want to make sure that we all realize we're going to have to work together to save our home. Thank you. Okay, next up, we're going to play a game. Tiny will be handing out the game cards. This is very easy. There are wrong answers. You know, when people say games and they say there is no right or wrong answer, I'll be real with you. There are some wrong answers. But here's the thing. We're all learning together. None of us know everything. This is fun. We will laugh at each other. We will have fun with each other, and we will all learn something new. Our facilitators are going to come back up, and they'll give out it's kind of like bingo. This is how you're going to play it. And so, and I didn't bring the little markers for you to come up because this is our first time doing it. So this is kind of a trial run. So there's no winners in this game. We try this again. There is not a trophy. There's not a first place. There's not a second place. Okay, today we're just kind of learning it. At our second one, we will have trophy winners, which means we're gonna all build up and make sure we learn about our environment. So today it'll just be the first run through. Everybody get a feel of the game, know how we're gonna run it through. After that, next game, we're ready to go and we will have a winner of our climate facilities. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody has a card. Remember, there's no winners. We're not gonna mark it today, we're just kind of running through it. That's why I said game 2, we have trophy winners. Today, yeah, we're just learning today. Are we ready? Everybody has a card? All right. Turning it over to our facilitators. And everybody will not have an answer.
Okay. We're going to do the first question, and since the writing is really little and I'm blind, take off my glasses, so don't be scared. Moving away from fossil fuels to produce electricity. Give you a second. Okay, I'm going to the next one.
No answer.
Oh, you want to know the answer.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, we're gonna try to.
clean energy transition.
Okay, you got mark that.
Okay, next one. Road cables and pipes to distribute water and other services to our house. Would you like to hear it again? Roads, cables, and pipes to distribute water and other services to our houses. Everybody ready? Infrastructure.
Okay. Now think of this. The removal of carbon-based gases from the atmosphere. Can you think about what that would be on your card? All right, well, I'm gonna give you the answer. Carbon sequestration. Carbon sequestration. Next one. A system to sustainably share and exchange resources. What do you think that might be? Circular economy. All right. The next one is the action to reverse the effects of climate change. What would you think that be? And climate action. How are we doing so far? Not good. But we sure get some knowledge about the climate, aren't we?
Rises.
All right. Now think about this. The activities to reduce vulnerabilities when facing climate change. The activities to reduce vulnerabilities when facing climate change. Looking at your card, think about what that might be. But I'm going to give you climate adaptation. Anybody got bingo yet? How's your cards looking out there now? Cards are looking pretty good. Are we hitting a couple of spots? Anybody got 4 corners yet? Anybody got a center yet? No center yet? Okay. All right, Miss Bond, you're gonna come up and give you 3 more.
Okay, I have an easy one. When green areas become desert. Okay, that is desertification. How about this one? A system to make decisions on how to manage resources and people. I'll repeat it. A system to make decisions on how to manage resources and people. Governance. Third one here. Governance was the last one. Governance. The increase in temperatures around the planet due to climate change. Global warming. Yay. Sharon.
Well, I'm now going to just give you information on just about 3 more, and then we're going to move on to our next event for the day. But hopefully, you all have got some good information of things that we knew and alerted us about things that we didn't know about our climate as we've been playing this game. Because I know I got some good environmental information on this as I'm reading the card. The next one is a tax on air polluting activities. Can someone tell me what they think that might be? Carbon tax. Yes, Cynthia, you were right. You were looking at that. Good one. All right, I'm staying in the carbon area now. Trading systems where carbon credits are sold as a way to compensate to polluting. Carbon, what you just said, Miss Lizzie? That one on the card said carbon market. Carbon market. Yes. All right, this will be the last one. And I hope everybody have enjoyed this game. Like I said, we'll be bringing it back if you join us again in our next assembly. Air is part of this layer that wraps around your planet. Can someone tell me what they think that would be? The atmosphere, there you go. I thank you all for joining and playing the game with us. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. But I'll see you again. Thank you.
I would just like to remind everybody that there are packets of information at the back of the room for you to take. Feel free to go back there and pick it up. Well, I just want to remind
Everybody ready for the next question? What type type of climate change would you like to explore? And I would take hands on this one. What type of climate change would you like to explore? Make sure you write it on one of your cards too, but we'll take hands in the room. And you can actually walk up and use the mic.
She said clean water.
Okay, we have clean water.
Clean air, atmosphere.
Clean air and atmosphere. Is there another one?
A tree canopy.
Tree canopy, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
What is another area we want to look at with climate change?
Drought.
Drought. I can't hear. Concrete jungle. Okay, I like that one. Floods. How about land erosions? Erosion of beaches. By the way, speaking on that one, we have a sunset event coming up. Please check our website, where we will actually be looking at land erosion as we watch the sunset go down. So I just want to highlight that event we got coming up. All right, what's the next one? Am I missing? Air pollution. Green space use and management. It's another one we want to look at. Community garden. How many are a part of a community garden in the room? How many would like to be a part of a community garden in the room? Well, guess what? There are a lot of them out there, and our very own VZ actually works at one. There's actually a hub farm. So there's several gardens that you can be a part of. I like that. Okay. Anybody else? What other change? I see two at this table.
Like indigenous sovereignty, land rights.
Land rights, and what was the first one?
Indigenous.
Indigenous sovereignty.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And mine is addressing disparity in housing, a lower house closer to pollution, air and water, unable to migrate to healthier environment.
Did everybody hear that? Okay, I'm gonna ask her to come to the mic. That's too much.
Okay, this is part of what we're addressing locally, nationally, international. Addressing disparity in housing. People of color, housing closer to pollution, air and water, unable to migrate to healthier environment.
Okay, what's another one? That's great. Climate migration. And make sure you're writing all of these on the cards. If you need extra cards, one of our people in the room will get you a card. So please make sure we're capturing it. Anybody else? Any other changes that you're noticing in your neighborhood? Food deserts. Where's the location of a food desert that you know of that's close? Hilltop, East Side Tacoma. South Tacoma's got it too. So guess what? There's really not a desert when you think about it that's not being, that any of us are not touching. So pretty much all the spaces that we're living in, and some pieces of it, they're food deserts, which means they don't have access to quality, fresh produce. You know, think about it. And if they do have it there, they can't afford it. So really, is it available? Right. Okay, what else? I was going to say, the mic is available for human beings, increased mental health illnesses, and psychosis. Right, lack of access is one of the biggest things that we're looking at, especially in our unhoused community, because they don't have access because they are missing so many other things. And that mental health piece is there, but guess what? It's not being addressed. And that all goes back to our climate and how we're working together and we're all interacting together. And guess what? We're all affected by it. Another hand.
I just want to say that also impacts the children. And this is from the newborns right on up to preschool through the whole journey. And that's why a lot of our children are having problems. So we need to address it.
I agree. Did everybody hear her?
Yeah.
I saw a hand this way. Did you have a hand?
Yeah, I was going to say water, notice of the water level, reduction from the south, basically extreme, the initial water level, and then the lower water level over years and years, 3 years, that level is not coming back up. Start on the bank, where it is, where it is now. Reduction of fresh water availability.
You know, Ms. Bisi, when you say that, that reminds me of two things. Definitely our water is a lot warmer than it used to be. And so we're seeing a lot of other different species of fish that are not native to this area. So really, how healthy is that for our ecosystem in this area? That's one thing that came to mind when you said that. The other thing that comes to mind is, I'll say mine after I see this hand that's up. Oh, the other thing that comes, go ahead.
Okay, just one statement. In 2016, the Puyallup tribe did an extended study on climate change in this area, including the possibility of Mount TACOMA, becoming an active volcano in the heart. But they noted in their study, and this is 2016, that there was an increase in childhood asthma on the east side and in certain areas in this area. That's a direct result of air pollution.
I agree. Anyone else? Okay, now let's, oh wait, go ahead, Sierra.
I'm just going to impact like redlining, and climate change, adjacent economic impact, results in climate change.
You know, it's funny, I was going to kind of mention that too. Because if you think about it, if you don't have that's some of the houses that people live in. Think about the mold spores that are growing in the walls. How healthy is that? But if this is the only space you can actually afford to live in, what happens? Go ahead. Increase on homelessness, definitely, and all the in-house people. And think about the people that are living in their cars. You know, a lot of times we don't think about them as being unhoused, but you're not in an actual structure. You're unhoused. The other piece of that is a lot of those people have a job. They work. They go to work every day, living outside or in their cars. And so a lot of times we think about, well, I think that I'm definitely fortunate to have a structure to actually go into and live, but everybody doesn't have that. I want to shift gears just a little bit, and I want to kind of shift the conversation. Let's talk about some of the things that we think as individuals we can actually do to help out and make a change. And with this, I want us to kind of throw ideas out at each other on either places we can go, things we can support, or places or House bills, Senate bills that we can push. Vote no. There's a couple of vote no's I have over there. Just kind of, I'm going to open the space now and the mic for you to come up and share how people can actually make that change. Let's do it. Who's first? Don't everybody go up in first time? Hot mic. All right. Let's keep it brief. Remember us.
I will keep it brief, but I just wanted to start. Thank you all very much. I like gardening, the Green Thumb Community Garden on East Wright. and East Portland Avenue has been neglected a little bit. So I feel that we can lend a hand because it is public space, right? It currently does not have water. So anybody even is trying to grow things, guess what? You have to tote water there. But guess what? If we all work as a community, what we can leave water jugs there. Right? So we don't have to do this because the city is supposed to provide it. But this we can do as an engagement tool. Guess what? If we know a place doesn't have water, we can leave water jugs there. Empty one out, fill it up. If we do things together. But anyway, I just wanted to say something to start it off. Next.
Come on to the mic.
It doesn't have a physical address, but the location is East Wright and Portland Avenue. So Portland Avenue and East Wright is on that corner. It's called the Green Thumb Community Garden.
I've got a pet peeve that probably most people don't think about, and that is our air. Their aircrafts, I don't think we think about the pollution that all these airplanes actually put in our atmosphere. Plus, each time a satellite goes up, that is a projectile that's going through the ozone layer. And I know we used to have a lot of conversations about the ozone layer, and I don't know if it drops somewhere. But it is impacting us directly, not indirectly, but directly. What can we do? I honestly don't know. I think we can just contact our representatives and ask them, what are they doing? Are they putting, and I don't want anybody losing jobs, so let me say that. But they can develop different engines. They can do a better job. It's just too much pollution. Do you see all these airplanes going up and coming down?
Okay, stop playing. Who's next? Who's next? No.
Okay, I'm going to say something. I agree with everything everybody said, and I think the way that we get our politicians and everybody else to listen to us is to be organized. When we are shouting by ourselves alone, people aren't listening to us. We need to get organized and influence the way that things are set up. I think everybody here knows that. That's why we're all here, right? And the big thing for me is local politics in Tacoma. I'm thinking about the city manager. Y'all heard about the city manager? People know about the city manager in Tacoma? Do you guys know about the efforts to remove the city manager?
No.
You guys want to hear about it?
Yes.
Okay, so the city manager is an unelected official, Elizabeth Pauley. Doesn't matter who she is, but she makes $300,000 a year, and she is wholly unelected. And she has been wholly unelected for a very long time, and she makes very, very bad policy decisions that hurt us. I live in South End, near South Tacoma, where they approved the construction of a mega warehouse. You guys heard of a mega warehouse? The mega warehouse,
yes,
miles and miles of pavement on top of our aquifer. There is going to be a people's initiative to change the way that the city is organized. Look out for that. We're probably going to become knocking on your door. I won't take up any more time. Thanks, everybody.
That was less than a minute.
We definitely want to encourage everybody to get active in your local and national elections. And please remember to vote in the primary. We're not telling you to vote for it, but make sure you vote. And if you're not registered, the information is in the back.
That's very good.
So to answer your question for when I get for the airline fuels, is a lot of it's coming from our military. It's being dumped on top of us. We can lobby to get their lines to clean up their act, but how do we get the military to do it? That's something to think about. So when I started Evergreen, I did a research paper on that and found a lot of blocks. There's a lot of gatekeepers out there to tell us how we're going to go about asking the military to clean up their act, because a lot of it's coming from there. And we have how many bases around us? 3, 4 bases, I think. 3, 4. And also, I just graduated from Evergreen Tacoma, and I didn't build the outside structure of it, but the garden that's there now, I built the inside of it. Speak up. Okay.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's
Hi,
good.
guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So there's a community garden up at Evergreen Tacoma. It's on this parking lot. It's a parking lot garden. It's strange, right? It takes a lot to keep it watered and a lot to keep it alive. But the efforts and everything that went into it with myself and my peers has brought me here. And it has brought me to learn about, as he's talking about, where we go.
the garden down on Portland Avenue, so I will be helping him with that.
Oh,
And I'm trying to get some of my fellow students who are still there. I graduated this year, so hopefully they can come and help. Yeah. And
yes, congratulations.
Thank you, Vanessa. I want to thank Brother Bishop Daniel Gray for inviting me to this event. I wouldn't have knew about it. And what I'm going to do to contribute to climate consciousness is to show up when invited to movements like this, and also to empower the community to register to vote if you're a citizen. If you're a citizen, because my people, I represent the Southeast Asian community, and a lot of us, we're citizens, but we don't play the voting game. We are quicker to play the lotto game and not win. And so tomorrow we are going to have a voting empowerment session at the Holy Family of Jesus, the Cambodian church on the east side of Tacoma, getting my people registered to vote and teaching them and educating them on what to vote for and how to vote. And thank you so much for putting on this event, and we look forward to the next session.
Thank you. It seems like something that's probably far off, but we need to start encouraging our children to go to school for environmental sciences. It's not all Instagram, YouTube, rapping, basketball, or anything like that. We make environmental science fun, make it cool and okay for them to go to school for that, and try to, I guess, give to those scholarships or help them find those scholarships.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Anybody else? You know I'm not gonna leave you out.
I apologize in advance for hogging the microphone. So my name is Carol. I am a founding member of 350 Tacoma. And it is imperative that we all here in this room start involving themselves, participating in actions in our area that are affecting us. 350 Tacoma not only fought long and hard a losing battle to prevent the LNG facility from being built on the port of Tacoma, we've also been very involved in challenging the ICE facility that sits on the port of Tacoma. Okay, you talk about people who have no choice in the matter. They're housed down there in a prison. They have never been tried for any crime whatsoever, and yet they're going to be the first people affected in case of a volcano, in case of an earthquake, in case of any kind of environmental disaster. It is imperative that it's not only 350 Tacoma is not just represented by white people. I am the godmother of a Puyallup tribal baby, and I have unlearned more about the history of the United States in the last 7 years than I ever learned in elementary school, high school, college, or law school. It's imperative that we unlearn our history so that we can create our future.
Thank you. I see another hand.
I am Anita, and I belong to, oh, sorry. My name is, and I belong to Conversation 253. And I would add to what
Mike. Microphone, dear.
I would add to that. 350 needs to be involved in this organization. So a blending of the two, they should have representation here. But there is, right now, I do feed the people with the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
And I got all our stuff together. We do snack bags and healthcare items. I delivered it because they're out delivering it to unhoused people right now. I came here instead for today. But anyway, right now at Pierce County, there's an initiative that needs to have some letters sent to them, not only to the council, but to Dan Meyer, who is the executive there. And this would allow for temporary structures while people, that will house people while they are trying to find more permanent housing. And that ordinance is 2024 540. So just the date 2024 540. And it would, I'll just say this, it would authorize religious, nonprofit, and governmental organizations to provide temporary housing communities for up to 60 individuals, small, considering experiencing homelessness. Any temporary housing community would have requirements. So whenever you see, I don't know if you've seen any of the in our city of Tacoma, the tiny housings. So they have services wrapped around them so people can get a foothold in and in order to find housing for themselves. So anyway, that's one thing that I'm trying to push for people to do. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't want to miss anybody. Is there any last comments in that section? Just want to highlight really quickly that we did provide information on some initiatives that are pertinent to our environment. Please make sure you share. Please make sure you vote. And please make sure your community knows about how we feel about these initiatives. And if you need more information on it, there is several. There's QR code for you to kind of look it up. But there's also lots of information out there. So please check with one of our team if you need more information on it. If you have filled out one of the questions and you have not turned into your card, please raise your card up and one of our team members will grab it. We want to make sure we capture that information because what you share is very important to us. So if you're still hanging on to a card that needs to be deposited, please wave it in the air for our team members. Okay, setting the pace for our next meeting. We're also asking you to kind of share some of the things you would like to see coming up at our next one because we will be doing another one. So if there's some things you would like to have at our next one, please make sure you kind of share that information with us too. We're definitely looking forward to seeing all of you and of course some more of your friends to join us in this space. I'm going to shift gears a little bit right now, and there's another card that'll be coming around to you. I'm going to ask a couple of survey questions, and I want you to fill it out. It can be definitely, you don't have to put your name on it if you don't want to, but if you want to share your name, we'll take that too. Everybody ready? Everybody got a card? Anybody need a card? Let's start there. Anybody need another card? Yeah, this is a card moving section. Trust me, we want to make sure we have you. We want to capture your thoughts. We want to capture everything that you want to share with us. So I want to make sure everybody has a card that wants a card. And remember to use your stress ball. Kind of squeeze up, kind of move around. Everybody got the card? First question. What did you like about today? Very simple. This ain't gonna be hard. Everybody good? I see pins are moving. I see
you heads up. I know it's time for question 2. I promise I only got 4. 4 questions. Question 2. What did you not like about today? And please feel free to share. It doesn't hurt our feelings. That's how we improve. Third question. How was the location? How was the space? You can also include the food. Letting us know if there's some dietary need that we missed. That would be a great place to put it. Also, the next time when you RSVP, please let us know if there's a dietary restriction that we need to respect. Because I know everybody will be RSVPing for the next one. Last question. And yes, I'm going to beat this dead horse. What do you want to see at the next event? While you're writing, I'll give you the next date, which will be September the 14th. So please, please, please stay connected to us. You can visit us on our website, APRI-TACOMA.org. You can meet with one of my team members to sign up for the next one. Also, they will send you information on our upcoming events. And I'm passing the mic over to Margie.
Hello again. I am going to just give you a couple of events that are coming up that will help us understand a little bit about what's going on with our environment. The first event was mentioned earlier, Watch the Sunset, and we can talk about beach erosion, water quality, and any other thing that has to do with that. And that will be August the 10th, 2024 at 8 p.m. Sunnyside Beach, Chambers Creek. And then the other one, Exploring the Environmental Change. And that's going to be a weekend fishing trip where you get to camp and enjoy the outdoors, fish, and a lot of discussion will be going on about that and how, too, the environment affects what we eat. And that's going to be August 16th and through the 18th, 2024. And that's at Henley Silver Lake Resort in Edendale. So I hope that you all be able to attend. And we have a hand. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me? Yeah. She wants to know, is there any way that she can just fish and not camp?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The party's always on. Yes. Everybody is invited and everybody will be enjoyed. So, we would like to see everybody there and just joining in the discussion. Excuse me? The cost.
The tent sites, if you're going to tent it, we will cover the tent site. There is a cost for, there's cabins out there. They're not luxury cabins. I just want to put that out there. They're very rusted, very low key.
You have to bring your own linen. That gives you the idea. These are getting back to nature type cabins. They will be out there. And there's also RV. We will not cover the cabins or the RV, but if you meet with one of my team members or go on our website, we do have that information. There are bathrooms and they're communal. This is camping, y'all. Let's keep it real back to nature. They do have running water. I'm just gonna say it. Any other questions? Okay, I have two last things. Just two. All right. Your gift cards are on where Dan is. He will be the one handing your gift card. Don't anybody rush up there really quick. And we're gonna take a drone shot to capture this moment. We're gonna go out this door. We're gonna take a group shot. If you are one of the ones that said you did not want to be in the photo, this is your opportunity to opt out. But everybody else, we're going up. Sunny will lead us out to the space. We will allow for time for everybody to get up there. Come on, y'all, let's get moving. Please take all your belongings. Let's go. Yeah. You can come back for your belongings. Don't leave your purse. We're not going to secure those. Whatever you come back for, we're just taking the drone shot picture and then we'll be back in. Anyone not wanting to be in the photo, it's okay to stay in the room. Everybody else, let's go. You can go out the back door here. You don't have to go up the stairs. You can go straight out where BC is, and he can lead you out that way. You can go this way. You don't have to use the stairs if that's a challenge. You can go straight out this way.
I don't know.